Now, the reason I bring this up is because this is a hot topic I would love to maybe cover in another podcast. Is I've seen statistics that say, number one, there's an over proportion of sociopaths and psychopaths in jail. If you look at the general population, number one.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you, you'll probably know where I'm going with it. Where's the second group where they're over proportionally represented?
Depends how they were measured. A lot of the measures that are supposed to test psychopaths are very questionable.
Okay,
like
that's interesting. That's interesting.
So there's that one thing. I've worked with psychopaths in the prisons in South Africa. So, and the theories, and I've read up on that as well, just to prepare myself. But psychopaths or true psychopaths won't survive in a corporate environment. A corporate environment will take them out very quickly because they are not effective.
Okay.
Effectiveness is very strongly linked to emotional intelligence. The psychopaths and the serial killers that I've worked with are fascinating. So you will have in prison, they'll walk up to me and go, "Do you know who I am?" And I go, "No." And I'll go, "Well, I don't know if you've heard of me, but I did X, Y, Z." It's very important for them to know who they are. But once you start talking to them, their communication isn't very clear. It's not crisp, very easily distracted, etc. They wouldn't make it in corporate unless you're a business owner, unless you got somehow to the top without having to go through different screening processes. Maybe.
There are a number of books, I don't know how scientific they are, that say the second population where sociopaths and psychopaths are overrepresented is in upper management and politics.
Upper management is extremely difficult to get to as a psychopath.
Yeah.
If you're a psychopath,
sociopaths more.
They maybe parts of the psychopath pyramid.
Well,
so
we have some that manage to become president.
Not true psychopaths.
I don't know who I'm talking about, but
there's a really nice thing I read the other day, and it says that if you want to be brilliant, there's a fine line that you walk between knowing that you can be absolutely destructive or creative. So in my work in South Africa, I've learned, and we can see it, that people have the absolute ability to destroy and to create. In Central Europe, the focus is more positive. Everyone is valuable. Everyone,
at least outwardly, yeah.
Yeah. In South Africa, you can see both so much clearer. But a true leader knows how destructive they can be and understands their dark side. So we all have that dark side, but decides not to use it. Versus this positive thing that we're seeing at the moment is, you're wonderful, you're great, but not recognizing the dark side of the destruction. I think the psychopaths that I've worked with had no value for self and no value for others. And that is because they were never treated as valuable ever. Now just imagine or empathize with the psychopath. I have no value if I die, I don't care. Versus if someone else dies, I don't care because they have no value. That's different. And you would not survive in corporate with the mindset like that.
So I like this conversation because I'm talking to somebody who's actually learned this, and I'm just, like I said, a layman, and I pick these things up. I would say, though, that I am voicing a concern that I see, not in all companies, but in a number of different companies. And maybe I'm just using the wrong word. Maybe the word sociopath and psychopath is misplaced. Although I think they're easy to market if you're writing a book. I think there's a bunch of different books that talk about this. Yeah. But maybe because the people who are writing these books and reading them are laymen or laywomen, is there another psychological term? Is the term narcissist a better one? What do you kind of sense what I'm talking about? The issue that we have,
maladaptive behaviors is what
that there's certain traits that people that have I don't know if the word abnormal is correct, but a little bit outliers in the social behavior are the ones that tend to make it to the top. And I think part of it stems from their ability to make difficult decisions quickly. Not worrying about what other people think, and a heightened, almost histrionic self-aggrandizing concept of themselves.